Disclaimer. This video and all its contents are Ngozi's opinion and that of some people who contributed. We're all entitled to our opinions, so enjoy.
Hello everyone, welcome again. My name is Ngozi, and on this episode, I'm talking about domestic violence. We know that the story of domestic violence is been going on for so long, but suddenly people are speaking out, things are happening. Recently, we learned of the passing of Mrs. Shonde, I think is her name, because her husband beat her to death and locked her up in the house, her dead body, with her children, and fled with their phones because he's a mad person. That said, domestic violence is a problem. Violence in itself is a big issue. Why do you need to be violent? I mean, I think, the reason why we hear about domestic violence against women more than men is that for the larger part of it, women are not, mostly physically weaker than men. There are some men that are physically weaker than women, but women are mostly physically weaker than men. So you will find 9 out of 10 cases where the man can beat the woman up. The challenge is why? Why are you even hitting your partner? As a woman, why are you hitting your man? It's a different case if both of you are just generally violent people and you like to just fight. He slaps you, you slap him back, kicks you, you rake him back. One day, one of you will slam your head into a wall and go. That simply. Domestic violence, say no. So, I'm just going to talk about 5 things that I believe are encouraging domestic violence in us in the world, I think. And just it needs to stop. I wish more people would speak up. There are organizations that help women in domestic violence situations, and men as well, because there are some men who are experiencing domestic violence and they won't even speak up because it's shameful. How can a woman be beating you up? And then, you're a man, just shut up, But number 1, and this one breaks my heart, because at the bane of it all, family, no support from your family. I said to someone, my father, I dare you, beat me, so that my father will hear that you beat. Like, I go home with a blue face. Oh, dear Lord, have mercy. Thank God for my husband, because because someone said that in that same vein, there are some women who cannot go home with that blue face because they don't have family support. They go home with a blue face, your parents sit you down and say, my dear, your own is not the worst though. Hey, do you know what happened to Azuka's daughter? No, I don't. I don't want to know because my face is blue. When you don't have family support, it is already a problem. I cannot imagine. I have family support, so I cannot imagine what it's like for a woman to feel, or a man to feel, that he cannot go back to his people and tell them, man, look at the situation I'm in. A man, for example, who marries an ogbanjo of a wife, that his parents and everybody said, look, dude, you can't be with this woman, blah, 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 and he insists and marries her, and she literally starts poisoning him slowly. His ego will not allow him to go back to his family because there's no support there. A woman who is from the madness of families that we're calling families in Nigeria today cannot go back because they will bundle you straight back to your husband's house. It would be nice if everybody had family support. But when you don't have family support, then find another support system. Because do you need support? Yes, you do. Friends, sisters, friends that became sisters, agencies, homes that cater to people who are undergoing domestic violence. They will keep you safe and maybe start you up with a business to help you on your feet. So please, when you don't have family support, find a support system. Don't die because you don't have family support. Number 2, of course, next to the family, society. Society in itself is a problem. Society doesn't smile on single families. That one that was raised by a single parent. See them. Society, hey, now what would they say? My gosh, how am I going to do it now? If I now go, hey, they will say that, they will talk about me. Honey, Diana died. CNN carried it for like 3 months. We watched all the biographies possible, and then the story ended. Michael Jackson died. Every radio station, and then it ended. You are not Michael Jackson or Diana. You'll be fine. Your gist today, tomorrow will not be your gist. It is more important that you're alive than to wonder what people will say about you in the society. Please, if your life is in danger, bounce. Now, in the event, again, like I said before, if you're one of those couples that just, he beats me, I beat him, and you guys are fine, that's fantastic. But there are clear danger situations, and society does not smile on it. Society says, pray. Hey, you have watched War Room, so you should get on your knees and pray for him, when indeed he just has a mental problem and he needs to seek help. When indeed she just has a mental problem and she needs to seek help. Number 3, and this breaks my heart. This breaks my heart. The children. It's my children. Oh. I have to stay for my children. How will it be that my children will? You know what? She stayed for her children and then she died. And then they didn't have a mother. He stayed for his children and then he went mad. Then their father ended up in a psychiatric hospital. You are deceiving yourself. I tell you what, you stay in a potentially dangerous situation. Every small thing, he slams a laptop in your head. You cook the soup, the salt is too much, he flings the knife in your direction. He gets up, slams the door on your hand. But because you know your children, let us stay in this poisonous situation for these children. Then, when these children grow and want to live their lives, after everything I sacrificed for you, did I beg you? I don't understand. Thanks, Mom. I'm going to go start my home now. So, please. Make the sacrifice as a parent. But don't get up and be like, oh, my children, hey, if I now do this, if your situation is dangerous. Now, of course, not where, you are having, regular issues like every other marriage. When you are in a potentially dangerous situation, do not use the children as an excuse in capital letters. Don't do it. It is unfair on them. It is unfair on you. Number 4, culture. Hey, this is our culture. Unfortunately, this one is male bashing because our culture favors men. So, in this our male-dominated culture, it says, hey, a single woman who will marry you. How can a woman go and raise her children? She will not be prostituting. Hey, these children will not be raised well. Your husband, you will cover it. If he's not the one pay, cover it. Anything he does, just cover it. Go and cover your cloak. In Igbo land, they call it Mmado wa George. Mmado wa George. George is that wrapper that Igbo women tie. They say you should tie George on top of your world so that nobody will know what you're going through. My dear, don't die because culture says that you should honor. Your husband, if you married a good man, should have enough sense not to beat his wife up, not to throw things at you, and to do what he's supposed to. Because unfortunately for this culture, it's only the woman. This woman. When the man is not doing his part, it will be, it's hard for him. Society is not easy. But then the woman makes one mistake. You know how it is. You know her mother now. Do not let culture kill you. It is really that simple. Look, have you ever seen where they buried a man and then, or buried a woman and buried her husband next to him and said, they died together? No, honey. Only you will die. Only you will be buried. Your children will grow. He will marry somebody else and they're going to call her mama, depending on their age when you're gone. Do not die. Again, remember that I'm referring to domestic violence situations. Not just physical violence now. Yeah? There's also mental violence. There's emotional abuse. There's mental abuse. This leads me to number 5. Self. You are the biggest encourager of domestic violence. There are some women who are not strong enough. Some women are strong. You try them, they throw the do sign and they're out. I'm not what's the word, an encourager of, just get up and leave. Leave for what? No. If you can mend it, mend it. If you can dialogue. If he has a mental problem or she has a mental problem, seek help. There's helplines. I will find a couple and I will share them. Seek help. In the event that you cannot, tell yourself the truth. I can't tell my dad though. Hey, I said the first one, family support. I have family support, strong family. Even from my husband's family, I have support. So, in the same way I say, my dad will just show. Some women will not call their dads because, hey, if he now comes, he will now scatter everything. How will my children go to school? Are you very serious? Are you handicapped? Both hands and both legs? And blind, deaf, and dumb? Do not let anyone push you so far down mentally that you lose your self-esteem. So number 5 is self-esteem. You must love yourself. You must work hard. From day one, I've heard some men don't want their wives to work. They just say, sit at home because, what did they work? When you start to sit at home, you best be doing something to keep your mind alert. Because what if he passes on? Let's even say he's a great man. Let's even say he supports the family and does what he's supposed to do. Bless God for men like that. And then you're unlucky and he passes on. What do you do? What do you do? Do something. Open a shop. Be the dang doggone best pure water or sugar seller that you can be while taking care of the family. Don't fall into that stereotype of, he has not provided. Be his helpmate. Help him. If he's doing and you're not helping, what are you doing there? Occupying space at home. When he now comes home, you cannot challenge him mentally because you've been sitting at home doing nothing. If he keeps you at home, say, babe, let me manage this part of your business for you. Let me do this part. Sell pure water, make hampers, do makeup, tie gele, do something. So that the fear of loss of finance does not lead you to your grave. Hey, if I talk now, how will I do it now? Who will pay my rent? What will I do? Okay, you know what? You're right. Let's die, so that at least then there's no rent that needs to be paid. I'm saying it and I'm laughing about it, but it's very serious. Self is the worst one. Unfortunately, some women have been so beat down. They have been so brain pulled. You cut off your friends, you cut off your family, you cut off everybody because of this person that you wanted to be with. And then the person so brainwashed you and you cannot break out. Everything you say is a problem, you get slapped. Everything you say is a problem, you get raked. At home is a nightmare. You are walking on eggshells and then one day it's a wrap. And then your family is left to mourn you. Your children are left to mourn you because I don't know what the because is. Family support, if it's not there, find support. Society is a problem already. Ignore the damn society. Today's news, tomorrow's folktale. Nobody remembers, nobody cares about you. Nobody's talking about you. Move on. Number 3, kids, it's not for them. Stop it. They would rather be in a safe, healthy environment than be in a poisonous situation where they can possibly lose one or both parents. Number 4, culture. The man wins. The man wins. The man wins. So, yeah. Number 5, self. Get your self-esteem back. Don't be lazy. Find something to do. If he wants to keep you at home and you're a kept woman, you better save some of that kept money. I hope I've been able to convince you. I'm not confused you. No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much for watching. I pray that domestic violence is taken by the reins and we pull it back. So many atrocities are happening, mostly to women, unfortunately, especially in our society. People are dying and we're only hearing about a few. May the souls rest in peace. But for those of us who still have a chance, who still stand, for those of us who are stronger in safe environments, do not ignore that call from your friend when she makes it. You can sense it in her voice because you guys have been friends for a long time. Don't ignore it. Me, I will show up. Oh. If I sense it in my friend, no problem. And you know that, my dear, when they now make up, the man will not say, hey, Ngozi is not welcome to our house. I don't want to come to your house as long as my friend is alive. Keep your house. When we go to party, we'll see each other. But let her be alive. Do not ignore your friend. Parents, don't send your daughters back. Are you crazy? Because marriage is such an achievement that I'd rather her remain married. Let him shall be beating her. Like, oh my gosh. May you rot in hell, you who tells your daughter, my dear, what did you do to upset him that he beat you? Are you serious? You deserve a damn slap. Can't believe I'm saying all these things on camera. But please, show love for one another. And men, control your temper, guys. Control your temper. Control your temper. It will be a cold day in hell that I will have family or my brothers will, oh God have mercy. This topic, I might even do it again. Maybe I'll get a panel. I should see what some people outside think about domestic violence and report it to you. But thank you so much for watching. In the meantime, stay safe, stay smart, stay strong. If you have any comments, please make them. If you have any words of advice for people, please make them. My email address on the screen. And until next time, keep it safe and keep it real. Thank you for watching.